Welcome everybody to the museum project. As we all know, we've moved the educational and the cultural, the museum kitchen, all that onto virtual platform. And that is why we have today the NOC traditional arts, all the way from the Kaduna Museum. This project is a collaboration between the NCMM, that's the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, and the Active Projectile Limited. We started our collaboration back in 2018, but we moving it to the virtual platform. It's only started, it was launched in December 2020, really, for the purpose of making available to everyone all over the world the activities of the museums. Now that we know that there is we have a lot of restrictions about going to places of interest, going to the museums and all that, we do not want our patrons to lose out. And that is why we came up with this membership, programs by membership events that will normally take place on Fridays and Saturdays every week. So we have the live programs on Fridays and the recorded programs come on Saturdays. Now, these programs include the tour of the museums, such as we have the NOC culture showing today. It also includes the education, the museum's education. So today we have a combination of the museum education, as the education department of the museum will be coming on. We also have the tour of the NOC arts in Kaduna Museum for us to see live what these objects look like. And if we have questions to ask, it's time for us to also to ask those questions. Now, we also have what we call the museum kitchen. For next week, for instance, we'll be taking on the museum kitchen. We'll be taking on how to make nsala and gari. That's eba, as Yoruba would call it, but Igbo call it gari. So gari and nsala soup next week. That's bringing on board the museum kitchen onto virtual platform. So this is a place really where we're going to learn a lot about the Nigerian culture and tradition. As we all know, a lot of our children do not know these things. And this is a very good opportunity for them to know about the culture of their country, irrespective of what they are, where they are. They said a person, I've once had someone say that a person is defined by his or her culture, by his or her language. Again, that is one thing we also put onto this platform. If we go through the calendar of activities on the website, we'll see that we have 6 months really, dedicated to the language, to the teaching of Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo language, the three major languages in Nigeria. So there isn't any reason why anyone should not want to be part of this. And the membership is very, very cheap. We're talking about 2,000 Naira annual membership for a whole year, 2,000 Naira, where you have programs every weekend for Fridays and Saturdays, and it goes on like that. That's the minimum membership. So this morning I have with us the curator of the Museum Kaduna, who will be representing, I think the curator is here now, who will be representing the DG and be welcoming everybody. After when we will come on to the education department that will take us through the presentation of the NOC arts and culture, When the education department finishes with their presentation, which shouldn't take more than 10 or 15 minutes, we will now go live again to the museum in Kaduna, where they will show us the knock art and let us know more about the knock culture. So do we have the curator